Josie Del Rosario, international referee. Let's call on our starting lineup from our F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Let's begin with our team captain. She wears jersey number 2, Abigail Maranyo. At number 3, Ivy Keith Laksina. Wearing jersey number 4, Victonara Galang. At number 9, Kim Fajardo. Wearing jersey number 10, Mary Joy Baron. And number 13, Kim Kiana D. Starting libero is number 5, Dawn Nicole Macandili. Head coach, Miss Regine Diego. Presenting our Army Black Mamba Lady Troopers. Jersey number 2, Private Mary Ann Esguera. At number 7, Private Ivy Perez. Wearing jersey number 9, Corporal Honey Royce Tubino. Number 14, Private First Class Nerissa Bautista. Number 15, Private Audrey Catherine Paran. And number 21, Private Jeanette Villarreal. Starting libero is their team captain, Angela Nunag, Sergeant. Head coach, Sergeant Randy Faliorina. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
Take a look at the starting lineups for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. You have Baron Fajardo D, Maranyo, Galang, Laksina, and Don Macandili as their libero. Meanwhile, we transfer and check out Army's starting lineup. Jeanette Villarreal, Ivy Perez, Royce Tobino, Audrey Paran, Nene Bautista, Ann Esguera, and Angela Nunag as their libero. And we welcome you all to our coverage live on One Sports Plus. Dip Dipianco alongside Doreen Go calling this match on a Saturday as we welcome you to our first game of this doubleheader here at the PVL 2023 All-Filipino Conference. We also have Rain Dixon at the sidelines giving us the updates and reports throughout the match. But Doreen, we've talked about everything, all the details about this game. F2, despite facing a team that's winless so far, hindi nila mamadaliin ito because they want to seal their spot at the semifinals.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. But let's mention first, before digging deep into F2, look at their starting 6. They have 3 middle blockers. You see Majoy Baron, Ivy Laksina, and Abby Maranyo. So it's interesting to see the chemistry of the starting 6. You can see Ivy Laksina and Majoy Baron actually in front together. Ivy Laksina playing the outside.
Maybe for Coach Regine Diego, this is also a time for her to somewhat experiment, somewhat mix and match. Because as you mentioned, in the last game naman of F2, hindi naman nag-start si Majoy Baron. But maybe for her, she wants to check out ano ba yung chemistry nitong mga tatlong to on the floor.
Well, you know she's a new coach, right? So, you know, she has ideas, obviously, that will just pop up in her mind. And this is probably one of them. And we're going to see, I mean, the fans, the opponents, and even us broadcasters, we will see the effects of this idea.
Right, 2-0 to start this matchup. Macandili picks up that ball. Baron with a soft touch. Paran will send it over to the other side. Another chance for F2. The power tip from KKD works.
Boy, they look really good in front. You know, the full front row with Ivy Laksina, Majoy Baron, and KKD in front. How tall is that? What is their average height there in front? Right?
Well, for sure, at least 6-footer lang
right?
yan.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, for Army, we've talked about what this game means for F2. For Army naman, 0-6 so far. After this, they have one last game against Signal. But obviously, they don't want to wait until that last game to try and get a win here in this conference.
Yeah, again, we talked about them in their pre-game, the struggles that they had to go through losing. 4 key players, right? We mentioned King Balse, Bunag, Jem Gutierrez, and Jovelyn Gonzaga. I mean, these are key players that has been part of their system for so long. But again, I mean, they are faced with what they're faced. They're dealt, the cards were dealt to them. But, you know, you like the way that at least every game, they try to fight, although they haven't won. But it's really the pride. You know, they're fighting with pride right now.
And a chance for us to send this to Rain Tixon for this report. Rain?
Younger players in a veteran team, Audrey Paran relishes all of the time that she has on the court. And right now, she says that she has to fill in the gaps into what they need as of the moment. Another thing that she shared after their loss against Petrogas was that the team got a pep talk from Army General Gunit, who told the squad to keep their heads up and keep fighting. He reminded the squad to fight not just for themselves, but also for the community that they represent, which is the Army soldiers of the Philippines. And that's all from the sidelines. Back to you, Dip and Rain.
Thank you, Rain, for that report. Well, the heart of the Troopers, obviously, they want to rally all throughout this game. But so far, F2 doing a good job to start this one, 5-1.
Yeah.
And asserting their dominance already in blocking and digging.
Yeah, and especially, you know, when they're trying to put up, or they have a tall team, you know, that's starting for them, so they have to use that to their advantage. But I feel also for Army, it is a good time, good opportunity to get the kids involved, like Audrey Paran, Net Villarreal later on, so Esguerra as well, because you know, the 4 players, we don't know when they will be coming back.
Right.
I heard ACL injuries, so that's going to take some time. So yeah, I mean, get them the exposure that they need.
And this will be the future, basically, of Army, their core for the years to come, or seasons to come. KKD straight to Perez. At the net, it's kept alive by Paran. Perez, miscue between her and Nene Bautista leads to an error.
One of the better rallies, but yeah, it ended with a... You know, the set was too near the net. And again, if you're Army, you're faced with a tall team, that actually alters your decision-making when the ball is near the net, which is what, obviously, F2 wants at this point.
4-point lead for the Cargo Movers to start this match. Perez tosses it a bit too low for Paran. It's sent back. And that will be a point for F2.
Dip, you're right when you're saying they're exerting their dominance at the net there. Another block. Kim D all over that. But then if you're Army, you have to expect. You have to expect these blocks. So coverage, we always say coverage has to be there.
F2 will continue to serve with Marjorie Baron on deck. Bautista with the off-speed, and that jumps.
That's just a smart tip by Nene Bautista. That's how you change things up, right? That's how you go against a tall block. You look at the defense and just put it there. It doesn't have to be strong or powerful.
Right. 3 serving 7 here in set number 1. Fajardo gives it to Galang. Bautista got a touch. It's back with F2. Fajardo back sets to the running Maranyo. It's kept alive by the white shirts. What should have been an easy ball turned into a point for the Cargo Movers. And it leads us to the first technical timeout. Score is 8-3. We'll be back here on One Sports Plus. Check out this V-reel of Iris Tolenada moving it, showing the dance moves. And that's what you like about these players, Doreen, no? Even outside the court, they have hobbies, they have other activities that, look at that, showing us the moves.
Boy, she's really good. That's all I can say. Where can we enroll? Let's enroll. We'll enroll. Iris Tolenada, we will enroll.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Look at how happy she was.
She's really good. That's all I can say.
Yun yung legitimate Cargo mover, diba? With the moves. So back to the action as game resumes. Army gets a point off of that technical timeout.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. That you have to challenge. Like, One-hand set by Ivy Perez, and Esguerra gets that. You just have to keep fighting, keep challenging, and that is the characteristic of this Army squad.
4 serving 8, Esguerra on deck. Laksina. Fajardo tosses it to the other side. Perez gives it to Paran. Audrey sends that too long, and it's a point for F2.
Yeah, we saw that follow through too long. She needed that snap of the wrist.
So back to a 5-point lead for the Cargo Movers, who we mentioned they're coming off a 4-set win over the Chocamucho Flying Titans, who have bowed out of the competition, or the semi-final race at least.
Yeah. Well, while you're at it, let's just say only 5 teams are in contention. Well, Creamline is safe.
Yes.
You know, they already have safe passage to the Final Four. The last 3 is being contested by 4 teams.
Di ba pa alam, and that's why the game later is also so crucial.
Yeah, that's true.
Between PLDT and Signal. Meanwhile, Abby Maranyo gets the job done as bodies were on the floor for Army.
Well, you like now the aura, you know, the body language of F2 Logistics, the confidence that they're exuding in today's game. It's like they're already looking at the semifinals.
Ooh, mistimed by Villarreal.
Oh, good save.
Back to the green shirt side. Perez gives it to Paran. Better attack this time, but straight to Don Macandili with that dig. Galang unable to put it away. Here comes Bautista. It's a long rally we have so far.
A good one.
Laksina. And that's too wide for Ivy Laksina.
Yeah, no touch there. Although you know she was targeting the hands, but it was her follow through, her contact with the ball. That was the problem right there.
But that was the longest rally we've had in this game.
It was a good rally.
So Paran heads to the service line.
Well, Honey Royce Tobino, we talked about her in our pregame. She's in front right now.
Yeah.
For our Army, you're hoping to give her touches early on.
Back-to-back errors for Ivy Laksina. You mentioned not to get the touches because in the last game of Army, she only scored 7 points. That's not gonna cut it for Royce Tobino and the rest of her team if they want to get a win or at least a set against teams like F2.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're the leader or the first option of the squad, obviously you have to be scoring in double digits.
Right. KKD.
Wow.
Saved by Agno. Here comes F2. It's up. Offhand by Laksina. Does not work. Another chance ball. Better set up this time. Fajardo to Laksina.
Good save.
Army again gets a touch. Nothing dropping on the side of Army. And finally, Maranyo finds the spot.
Well, she just obviously, she raised her maturity, her level of maturity there in that play. Look at that. Reading the defense, finding that hole at the heart of Army Black Mamba.
11 serving 6. I thought you were going to say the heart, at the heart of volleyball.
At the heart of volleyball.
Royce Tobino trying to get one in, but it's outside. And that leads to a timeout by Coach Randy Falorina. Let's listen in.
Anin pa lang anin pa yung kaya pa na. Hanggang hindi pa lumalayo, hindi natin na tumigay man lang. May defensa tayo. May receive tayo. Ha? Kailangan natin palo, tapos cover tayo ng maayos, ha? Pinagpapasin natin, gawin natin. Gawin nyo ng maayos. Ha? Let's go, let's go. Kaya.
Malayo pa yan, ang reflexes yung mabilis dapat bumalik.
So timeout called by the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. Coach Randy rallying their troops. His troops, rather. And that's a point off the block for Royce Tobino, better than her previous attempt.
I'm sure there's going to be a challenge because one of the line judges signaled the touch. So yeah, that is going to be a challenge.
We're gonna take a look at what happened in that previous play. Umatake si Tobino. It was called out initially dahil net lang ang akala, but let's see if there was a block touch on the part of F2, which I don't know, I don't want to preempt it.
No, chances are it's going to be a block touch because it wasn't hit below the tape. If you hit it below the tape, there is a possibility, but if you hit it by the tape, chances are it will be a block touch. Case in point.
So that was Majoy Baron's arm catching the ball. So challenge is successful. Point is awarded to Army. It's going to be 7-12 here.
And they're still in the match.
Yeah.
I mean, in this set, it's 7-12. And to think it was a very good start by F2.
Good serve also for Perez.
Oh, good
The
day.
dive there by Paran. Oh, but the attack from Tobino is short.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see these hitting errors, unforced errors on the side of Army Black Mamba energy drink.
Lady Troopers.
Lady Troopers.
13 serving 7 here in set number 1. Skim Fajardo on deck.
That's a
Perez.
great serve.
Back sets to Tobino. Dug up, but sent out by Aragalang.
A good read there by Bautista to let it go. Again, you know, they're not that far. I mean, it is a lead that F2 has established, but Army slowly, you know, creeping in.
They're right there. They're
right
Sila
there.
lumalayo masyado. As you take a look at Jovelyn Gonzaga, of course, we mentioned how she's focusing on other duties. Alam mo bakit siya tan, right? Because she's been focusing on beach volleyball as of late. That was Majoy Baron getting the point.
It's actually good for the fans of Majoy Baron, really, to see her start and actually score these points because they're so used to her being a lethal option when she was in the side.
Correct. She had a lot of touches, even the early parts of her F2 stints.
Oh.
KKD gets a point with that sharp angle.
And also, you have to remember that I can't remember what season that was in the UAAP. She was the season MVP.
Right.
So, you know Majoy
Season
Baron.
79, that is.
Season 79.
And that was a year where they were champions as well. And that was
Pablo.
Myla Pablo, of course, recovering from, I believe in that last game, no, she was also hurting. But still was able to contribute 15 points before she totally went down. Makatili arguing that she got there on time.
Let's check it out. But that was really far. It's like she was diving for the from a platform to the water, to the pool.
But you know how she does things, right? She goes for everything.
Can you imagine the start, the platform, and the dive? That's what she did.
It's a 6-point lead. Almost an ace. Army with a chance to attack. Bautista. Ivy bumps it to Galang. Perez goes to the back row attack of Royce Tobino, and that's a point.
Yeah, from the pipe, and that should build her confidence. Talking about Tobino, you know, if she can get those pipe attacks in, what more if she's in front, so that she can slowly get her form back.
And credit also to Ivy Perez for changing things up, right?
Yes.
One of the few times that we saw her go to the back row. But service error for Royce Tobino leads us to the second technical timeout. 16-10 in favor of F2. Back inside the PhilOil Eco Oil Arena, and Bingo Plus is the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. As we are set to resume the action between F2 and Army. It's a 6-point lead built by the cargo movers. And it's Majoy Baron on deck to serve.
Well, you can see actually the potential of the starting 6 from Coach Regine, but early in this first set, you can see them trying to still blend in. You know, it's not an automatic chemistry for them, impact, but imagine if they can actually find that chemistry going into the Final Four. This 6 is going to be lethal.
And you have players coming off the bench who are obviously starters quality also, diba? Kaya pa nila maging starting 6. Laksina from the back. Ball is up. Baron sets up KKD. And that turns into a violation of Army.
That's just a smart tip by KKD. It looks like, you know, a soft drop then. She pushes it to the blockers' hand.
No, KKD has so much weapons in her arsenal. She can go for power attacks, power tips like that. And it helps with her length, obviously.
Also, that's why she's number 3 this conference in scoring.
Right. She is number 3 with a total of 105 points coming into this game. Pero nakailan na rin siya in this match. Fajardo able to save that one, but Army with a chance to regroup. Paran finds the corner.
These are the bright spots on the side of the Lady Troopers. They're hoping the younger ones like Paran, now Marzan coming in.
Yeah.
They're the youth of this Lady Troopers, so you're hoping that, again, they will blend with the veterans and maybe in future conferences have a better showing.
Gonzalez also will be the center for Army. Meanwhile, for F2 naman, you have Casilag checking in as well for the cargo movers. Fajardo gives it to the recently checked in Elaine Casilag, and she delivers a point right away.
Instant offense. That's a great substitution off the bench, but what a pass. You have the credit, really, Don Macandili, with that great pass to enable this set to Casilag.
She only scored a point in their last outing. Already with
Casilag?
1 point. Oh, 1 point lang siya last game, but already first touch, first point agad. Paran. KKD was there. Laksina from the back, and that works. Just the length to be able to reach that one.
Oh, challenge.
Floor touch. Hinihingi ng Army in this recent play. But the jump of Ivy was, I believe she was a bit ahead pa nga, but because ang haba lang talaga niya, abot pa niya.
And she has hang time as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Gonzalez was so sure after she heard the whistle, she already automatically complained about that call.
Asking for a floor challenge for a floor touch, saying that they got there on time.
Yeah.
So let's see if Gonzalez was able to save that one in order to replay this point. Because if not, then the score will remain at 19-11.
Well, they're trying to get the points that they can, talking about the Lady Troopers, because it is an 8-point lead.
So that was the attack of Laksina prior to this challenge. But again, we've talked about how their lineup is composed. Really could spell danger for other teams, especially if they find the right mix, diba? I mean, Myla Pablo is obviously sitting out this game, so there's more room for that rotation for Coach Regine Diego.
Can you imagine? Myla Pablo's not even playing today.
So in other words, walang bagyo today.
It's a hot day.
It's a hot, sunny day.
Well, challenge taking a bit too long, but let's just mention again, 4 teams, only 4 teams will make it to the Final Four.
Right.
And it's still a toss-up between 4 teams, the last 3. Ooh.
So it wasn't entirely saved.
Yeah. Correct, yeah. It's like half the ball was on the floor. Half the ball was at the
fingers.
yeah.
So challenge is unsuccessful for the Lady Troopers.
Well, the score remains 19 to 11. 20.
20 to 11.
Yeah.
So the lead has ballooned to 9 points for F2. No whistle yet for the service, I believe.
You know, I feel this conference, there's a lot more of those that the servers serve without the first referee blowing his whistle.
And also, hindi na kasi magkarinig, right?
Exactly.
Sometimes the fans are so loud.
Yes, only players.
I think our first referee reminding which people are allowed to stay in the box, only players.
Yeah. Yeah, and even in the UAP, they're strict about that.
Yeah. So play resumes with KKD serving an ace.
Well, look how she changed it. Short serve.
Most times, if you wait that long, you'll get ice cold. But for KKD, she knew exactly where to target that one. And the lead is now at 10. Timeout called by Arvin.
Okay. Video lang konti. Okay lang. Kahit mag-isa lang tayo. Hey! Kung piniti naman, ha? Pag-isap lang. Enjoy na ganda. Normal yan. Sige lang, magdala lang kayo, ha?
Timeout called once again by Coach Randy Fallorina. Looking for a spark here towards the end of set number 1. Right now, we take a look at the balanced scoring of F2 Logistics with Maranyo and Laksina having 3 points each. KKD leading all scorers of F2 with 4. For Army naman, it's Royce Tobino with 3. And cargo mover, or should I say, dancing queen of F2 is now in the game.
The hip-hop artist.
Iris Tolenada now setting for F2. Gonzalez sets up Tobino. And that's a point for Royce from the back row once again.
Well, you like that after that timeout by Coach Ballerina. Really, he just wants the girls to enjoy. I'm sure he already acknowledges the fact that F2, you know, they're looking at getting into the Final Four.
Yeah.
Army is out of contention, but they want the girls to just, you know, play their last 2 games.
Right.
You know, and hopefully just challenge the opponent.
Ginny Arroyo is also in the game for F2. She gets the touch here. And that's inside. Iris going to Arroyo.
Well, again, instant offense off the bench. So you like the substitutions by Coach Regine Diego.
Casilag heads to the service line with a 10-point lead for F2. Gonzalez tosses it to Villarreal. It's kept alive by the cargo movers. Second try for Army. Si Villarreal ulit.
Still alive.
Tolenada diving for that one. Makandili right there. Iris back sets. Casilag with a score.
Well, you can see the game plan of F2 really is trying to get everybody involved in the offense. Everyone is getting a touch. So as they are very unpredictable in today's game.
And the recognition also from Iris, who just checked in, already trying to get everyone going.
Yeah, and that's dive.
23 to 12. Paran with the approach. Tolenada again to Arroyo. Easily picked up by Tubino. Villarreal. Saved by Makandili. Oh, but a poor second ball leads to an error.
I mean, you feel for her. You feel for her, but you love the effort. And you see the set, they've been diving and just trying to defend really well.
Don Makandili is number 2 in terms of digging and number 3 in terms of receiving. That time around, the service of Paran proved to be better.
Yeah, a serve there, and that's not easy. That's against Don Macandili.
Still down by 9 points. Meanwhile, F2 just needs 2 points to take a 1-set lead. Maranyo
Not
right down the middle. And F2 is at set point.
How quickly you just said they need 2 points. Not anymore.
And it will be Abby Maranyo, the captain, serving for the set.
Oh, good.
Sharp one, but just wide.
But the clearance by the net, it was so good.
Looks like F2 will challenge it though. Ball in, ball out. Couldn't see it from our angle.
Yeah.
But let's see if that caught the line. The service of Abby Maranyo. Coach Regine doesn't want to have another play. Might as well get it on the service ace, diba?
But from our vantage point, all we could really see was the clearance by the net.
Oof, that's
Far.
that's way out. Nothing to lose though for F2 with that challenge, except the challenge itself.
Look at the reaction of Coach Regine. Fine, I still
They
have
tried.
set point.
At least they tried. So it's 15 serving 24 here in the opening set. It's Marzan with the serve. Tolenada goes to Arroyo. Sent back. Macandili to the other side. Laxina for the finish.
Wow! She's just showing us that she can hit it in the outside as well.
Look at this, the bump set. Macandili to Ivy Laxina, and that's into the stands. And set 1 goes to the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers, 25-15. We'll be back with set number 2 here on PVL All-Filipino Conference. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Arena in San Juan for the continuing coverage of the PVL 2023 All-Filipino Conference. Set 1, a bit of light work for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers, sitting at number 3 right now in the standings. But after, if they try to get a win here, magiging number 2, and they will book a ticket to the semis. But talk about the set 1, Noreen, what did you see there for F2?
Well, I think really F2 Logistics looked like the more focused team. They knew what their goal was coming into this game. They want to win this as quickly as possible, because even if they book the second seat in the Final Four, you don't know if they're going to end up number 2.
Right.
You know, everybody can be tied at 6 and 2, all 4 teams, and then we'll see what the quotient brings us, right? So they want to win this as quickly as possible, and they showed us a different 6, a new 6, and everything working well for them, defense working well for them. Let's look at some numbers. You can see a dominating performance in terms of attacks by 10, 17-7, blocking by 2. Opponent's errors is one thing F2 needs to correct, you know, more often than not, is to commit less errors. Okay, so you know F2's looking good. If you're Army, you just have to listen to your coach. Non-bearing game, you just want exposure for the youngsters, and you want to go out with a bang. You want to play the spoilers role, so it starts by trying to enjoy the game at hand.
Right, as you mentioned, Army fighting for pride, fighting to get their first win here in the conference, just to get the monkey off their backs already, no, dahil nga wala pa silang naipapanalo. And after this F2 game, they still have Signal to face on the last game or play date of the elimination round. But for F2, this is their last match. And then after that, they will be watching either from home or in the venue. They will see who will...
or live streaming.
Right? Live streaming also correct. good that you mentioned, diba? We're obviously live also on Signal Play and Smart live stream. So set 2 about to begin here inside the PhilOil Echo Oil Arena, and you're still catching us live on One Sports Plus Dip Dipianco alongside Norinco calling this match, and we have Rain Tixon giving us the updates and reports from the sidelines. It will be Kim Fajardo starting us off with the service.
Well, one thing also that we noticed in the first set that's working well for F2 is their defense. You know, they're really going for every ball. You see the dives. We saw that from Don Macandili, obviously.
Yeah.
And we saw even Iris Talenada. So it really goes to show the psyche of F2 in today's game.
F2 is number 1 in terms of thinking among the teams here in the PVL. The first point goes to Army, courtesy of the attack from Royce Tobino.
Well, finally, you know, for her fans and for the Lady Troopers fans, you want to see Honey Royce Tobino get her game, even here in the second set.
Fajardo goes to Laxina. And that's a point for Ivy Laxina, answering right back.
Boy, she's showing us. We know she's a legitimate middle blocker. She's showing us she can play from the outside. She can hit it from the opposite, you know, so boy, very versatile player.
She's done that back in when she was playing for NU.
Yeah.
There are times that NU had to alter their lineups with all the injuries prior to their championship last season. So Ivy knows a thing or two about playing multiple positions.
And answering to the call of her team.
Right. That was an out for KKD.
Well, again, F2, you have to be careful with these errors, you know. You had a good start in this match. You don't want to be giving Army, Black Mamba Lady Troopers, you know, some life here. Because you don't, when it comes down to quotient, when you get to the Final Four, you don't want matches wherein you can win in straight sets to be haunted by matches that went 5 sets.
Yeah. Speaking of straight sets, the only 2 losses of F2 actually were straight set losses from Cherry and Petrogas.
And automatically, that's 0 points for F2. So again, when it comes down to the quotient,
Yun yung titignan natin.
yeah.
Bautista, that finds the line as well.
Oh, better start here for Army. You know, everyone now is getting a touch. I think that's why Coach Valerina put in Gonzalez to set.
3 serving 2 here in set number 2. Served by Tobino. Fajardo back sets to KKD. The blockers were a bit lagging for Army, and a chance for us to send this to Rain Tixon. Rain?
The F2 Logistics Cargo Movers are 1 win away from the semifinals, which means preparations is right around the corner, but not in the way that fans may expect it. The preparations for the postseason is going to focus more on the strengthening of the body and the mind. The Cargo Movers are seeing less court time to let their bodies rest for the playoffs and to avoid injuries brought by overworking both in games and in practices. Now, Coach Reg also highlighted the importance of conditioning their minds into a winning mindset as they are going up against the best players and teams in the league. So right now, things seem to be going as planned, and let's see how it turns out for them here in set number 2.
Thank you, Rain, for that report. Well, the skills are already there for F2. Alam na nila what they can do. So it's important right now as KKD gets back-to-back service aces. It's important for them to rest their bodies, rest their minds, and I believe that's just as crucial as having court time, Larry.
That's true. And that goes for all other teams as well. It's important to have it balanced. You know, balanced training and everything involved.
5 serving 3, just like that, F2 ahead by 2 points. And Malaluan gets one through.
Well, Malaluan, actually, we've already followed her career. We know she's not a youngster anymore, but at least now she's getting playing time, which is good also for this Army squad.
Bautista with the serve. That is right inside for Nene Bautista. A while ago, it was an attack point. This time, it's an ace Looks like she's measured the court pretty well.
Yeah, let's look at the reaction of Aragalang. The hand in the mouth. Oops.
Fajardo goes to the running Maraño. Another one for Abby. This time, it's picked up by Bautista. Paran. That is off the block and a point. 3 straight points for the Lady Troopers, getting them the lead back.
And they're smiling, which is what you want to see. The challenge, the enjoyment of the Lady Troopers.
6 serving 5 here in the second set. Fajardo. Underhand set to Galang. Gonzalez. Ooh. Smart play for Gonzalez.
We've seen that from her, you know, a lot of times. And like Achi Cheng.
Usually, mas malapit sa net when setters do that. But she was a bit far further that time around.
That's why F2 was surprised.
Yeah.
But it's very similar to what Janelle Cheng does.
Right. And this time, it's Army's turn to get an ace. Okay, we reach the first technical timeout here in set number 2. It's Army ahead by 3, 8-5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back inside the Eco Oil Arena in San Juan. And it's Army turning things around early on here in set number 2. They've built a 3-point lead. It's been an exchange though, Noreen, no? Kanina, they were up by 2, F2 scoring 3 straight, and then now Army again with 3 straight.
And you like, you know, again, the coaches. Oh, another point. And the coaches are trying to find the right 6, you know, to play inside. Army with a different 6, and it's working for them. So, you know, these coaches, they know what they're doing.
Oh, that's already 6 straight points, by the way. Let me correct myself. For the Lady Troopers.
Oh, another good serve.
An ace before the technical timeout, an ace after the technical timeout. And it's 9-5, the biggest lead so far for Army. Galang gets that one through.
Well, that's a tough angle. Again, not the strongest of shots. You can see Aragalang opting for just placement shots, you know, just enough top spin. And that worked for F2.
6 serving 9 here in the second set. Galang with a good serve. Paran tosses it. Free ball given up. Fajardo chooses Maraño.
Oh, good save.
Lunag was there for the pickup. This time it's Laksina. And that's inside for Ivy Laksina.
And you can see from our angle that the set was kind of far from the net.
Yeah.
Look at that. But she's still just enough flick of the wrist to get it in.
She's got 6 points in the match, talking about Ivy Laksina. She only played 1 set against Choco Mucho. Malaluan again gets another point for Army. Her second of the match.
Yeah, that was against 2 blockers. You can see, you like the attitude of Lutz Malaluan because she's unfazed by her opponents.
10 serving 7 here. Good serve. Mr. Seek also by Galang. Laksina gives up a free ball. Gonzalez tosses it to Paran.
Boy, this is a different Army team altogether.
Take a look at Coach Eugene Diego not really calling for time, asking or maybe hoping that F2 figures it out on their own on the court.
You know, remember last year, Audrey Paran had good games. She'd come off the bench and then she'd be the spark plug. I mean, now she's starting. You want to get her going.
Maranyo able to get a point for F2. Then they cut the lead down to 3. Maranyo to serve.
Oh.
And just the tip of the net. Abby to Ivy.
Oh, good save.
It's still good. Second try for F2. Laksina ulit. And this time it lands in front of Nunag.
I was gonna say, I wonder if she, that was intentional.
Based on her reaction.
It wasn't.
Sometimes you can play it cool, act like she intended it, but this time Ivy was really not intending to do that.
That was the giveaway.
Gonzalez under hands. And Domino does the rest.
Well, so far Army, they've been successful. They've been hitting it through the hands, the touch balls, the check balls, the block touch. That's where they're successful.
It's back to a 3-point lead for the Lady Troopers. Audrey Paran waiting to serve. Protecting a 3-point lead.
Good serve.
Fajardo goes to Baron. Paran was able to recover right away. Here comes Laksina. Rejected. Sent back. Get a point for the Lady Troopers.
Boy, everything working for Army. Obviously, their offense now, even their defense. Net Villarreal has been silent in today's game. That should get her going.
Four-point game. Fajardo to Laksina. Bautista gets a touch. Chance ball for F2. Ivy ulit. Another one. And a miss hit. Asking for a block touch. They will challenge that one.
What's your take on that?
Hard to see. It was actually quick.
Also because the contact with the ball was so flat. There wasn't any spin,
Yeah.
so it didn't change, right?
Well, let's see here.
Yeah.
This will be big because if ever they don't get this challenge, Army will go up to 14 points and a 5-point lead against the Cargo Movers.
Yeah, but for the fans of Army, really have to be happy because if they actually lose this game, you want to see this fight in them, and who knows, they may actually pull off the second set.
Ooh.
Ah, yes.
Well, Ivy knew exactly that there was a block touch. So that is successful and a point for F2.
Yeah, she did. She saw it after that hit. She already said, challenge that.
10 serving 13 here. Gonzalez back sets to Villarreal. Blocked by Laksina. Domino's turn. And no touch. That was just the net.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any challenge on the side of Army. I mean, that's such a wasted opportunity for the Lady Troopers because you can already sense that they're in the groove, they're in the zone, then you commit this error.
2-point game. Ooh. Nilusot lang.
That's just so smart of Net Villarreal. She was looking at the blocker. She saw Majoy Baron kind of back off. That's where she dropped the ball.
All about reading where the players are at. Fajardo goes to KKD. Who's been relatively quiet here in set number 2. Did a lot of damage in the opening set, but she's got 9 points in total.
And you like the way Kim Fajardo created this opportunity for Kim Lee to get that point.
Quiet in terms of attacks, but she was able to get 2 aces a while ago, talking about KKD. As you just saw, Dina Wong Macandili goes to Kennedy. And again, that jumps.
Back-to-back points for Kim D. Again, I think also Kim Fajardo acknowledged the fact that she needs to go more to Kim D.
Yeah. She's been the hot hand.
Yeah.
She and Ivy Laxina have been scoring for the Cargo Movers, and it's Ivy's turn to serve. Gonzalez goes to Topino. Fajardo was there for the pickup. Here comes Laxina from the back. Yes! And they tied the game up at 14-all. Which prompts Coach Randy Falurina to call for time. Let's listen in.
Hindi tayo nagbabasa. Ha? May pasa tayo. Kailangan atak. Audrey, nagari mo dito ha. Baba yan. Galaw ka ng galaw. Ganun pa rin diskarte mo ha. Let's go. Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng pasa para ma-attack tayo. Kapag may attack, may cover tayo ha. Palo lang. Let's go.
Nakaba! Okay, once up tayo, once up.
Army calling for time after F2 has erased a 5-point deficit. But for Coach Jean Diego, she didn't call for time at all when her team was behind.
Because you're right. She wants the girls to figure things out for themselves.
And they did. They've tied this game up at 14-all. It's set back. Tobino will try once again. Another block. Villarreal. Easy over. Fajardo goes to Baron. It's kept alive by both teams. Army's turn once again to attack. Tobino goes up. Saved. Laxina.
Still
Not yet.
alive!
This is the longest rally, I believe, in this match so far. But Baron ends it.
No, it's the longest rally, but we have to say it's one of the best rallies. You make classic defense, classic coverage, but in the end, Majoy Baron just gets the point for F2.
Because the attacks were clean.
Yes, and the blocks were clean, coverage was there. That was a great rally.
But don't look now, F2 with 6 straight points. Now they're ahead by 1. Gonzalez sends it to the other side. Galang for the pickup. Fajardo to KKD. And again, the point for Kim Kennedy. F2 ahead by 2 points as we reach the second technical timeout. Watch Gilas Pilipinas on August 25 or August 27 and or August 29 and be entitled to watch the other games scheduled on the date at the Araneta Coliseum. Get your Gilas Day Pass now. Limited passes are available, so buy now. And action resumes inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Arena in San Juan. F2 were playing catch-up with the early goings of set number 2 Noreen, but they have turned things around here at the middle part against Army.
Yeah, we did notice that, no, in the first set, you know, a different 6, but they obviously they need to work on the chemistry. But once they do, you see how good they are. But I love the way Army has been challenging F2 in the second set.
The KKD able to get a touch. Laxina will send it over easily. Gonzalez, Tobino. It's back with Army. Bautista's turn.
Oh, good cover.
Chance here for F2. Fajardo to Baron. Same play a while ago that ended that long rally.
Well, you gotta give credit to Ivy Laxina with that dive. It's as if she was a libero.
Yeah.
She's playing the libero's role there, you know, and that paved the way for that point for Baron. But what defense by your once upon a time middle blocker.
Right. 6-0 run. Laxina. This time it's out for Ivy.
Yeah, we saw the follow-through, lack of that flick of the wrist. But I can hear the coaching staff shouting at Laxina, "Palo, palo." They're really encouraging her, right?
She's obviously one of the newcomers here in the F2 team. Only last conference.
Yeah.
So they're trying to really incorporate her in the system.
Yeah, but what an addition Ivy Laxina is for F2.
Kaka-champion lang din sa UAAP last season. A rejection for Army. Cuts the lead down to 1.
There was a wall there, Tobino and Malaluan. That was Malaluan getting that. See, look at the front row right now of Army. That's to counter the tall lineup or the tall 6 of F2. You have Tobino, Bautista, and Malaluan.
Yeah.
That's the way to counter.
Ooh, that's a bit too short or too low.
Too low. Yeah, you have to say the set was too low for Majoy.
Kim Fajardo apologizes after that error. We are at deadlock once again, 17 all. A much closer set compared to the first one.
Better set.
Better set, that's right. Galang times it. This time it's KKD.
Oh, come on!
Wow. Going down the line.
And that's the way to challenge tall blockers. The tall blockers of Army. Kim Fajardo did a good job in spreading. You know, spreading the offense so as the middle blocker has to work double time.
Baron has 6 points. Ooh. Malaluan unable to get that over. And 2 quick points for F2 gives them the lead. At 2 points.
Well, they have the right thing in mind. It's just the execution there by Malaluan.
They're so close already.
Yeah.
Talking about Army.
Oh, and a serve.
Gonzalez to Tobino. Fajardo. Scott flat-footed there.
Yeah, that's a great sequence there because that was a great serve, but great defense. And Tobino challenges a 3-man block.
She was anticipating it to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
18 serving 19.
Oh.
Galang. Agno upset Bautista. Saved by Macandili. Fajardo goes to KKD again. One more try. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Third try here for F2. And it's Galang with a tip. Still nothing. Bautista. Yes.
Don't look down, Ed. We are tied.
5 points for Nene Bautista. And an all-important score to tie this one up at 19 all.
Yeah, F2 trying to go for the drops there, but Army was ready. And now it's a tied game.
Ooh. And a service ace.
Here come Army.
You can't tell which this will go to.
Yeah.
This set, Noreen, it's been going back and forth literally.
The momentum has been constantly shifting jerseys here in the second set.
Cha Cruz, Behag is now in the game. 20 all. A virtual race to 5 points here.
I mean, the set is so close. Come on, you got to get your serves in.
And this woman has had 3 aces already, 2 in this set alone. Malaluan gets that one.
That's a great target by Malaluan. Great set by Gonzalez there. Because you know Behag just came off the bench.
Bautista with the serve. You're right, each service should be perfect, should be flawless at this point. Gonzalez again, this time the drop doesn't work. Galang, chance for Army. Back row attack from Tobino, too long. And that's outside.
There's going to be a challenge. A crucial point here in the second set. You know there's going to be that challenge.
Even, pati sila John Bunek natatawa eh, because they just want to try their luck. Diba? They're not so sure, but might as well challenge that one.
And you can't base it on the reaction of Abby Maranyo because she was poker face.
Yeah.
Right? And saying if she no touch.
It's like that though, right?
Yeah.
You're just supposed to play it your way, act as if you're the right one.
Correct. And you try to discourage the challenge if you actually had a finger on that ball.
But the challenge does not lie. We can see it in slow-mo. Zoomed in.
Yes.
In high definition. Let's see. Oh, that's obvious.
Yeah, I mean...
She didn't touch it.
Yeah, Abby Maranyo didn't touch it. It was Aragala.
And right now, it's 22-20. At this part of set number 2, Army can smell it.
Well, no pressure. Again, they're playing without pressure, so nothing to lose.
Galang, Gonzalez, Tuparan, Fajardo, Tumaranyo, no! Tobino for the back. Here comes Galang with the approach. Easy pickings for Army. Tobino ulit. Set back. Paran's third. Oh, no one was ready for the attack. Chance for Army. Malaluan.
Oh, still alive!
It's still good. Free balls have been given up to Army. Can they take advantage? Yes! Finally! Lut Malaluan dropping the hammer.
Boy, this is a different Army team altogether.
And that's the point that finally gets Coach Regine Diego to call for time as we listen in.
Ba't tayo nag-iingat? Huwag kayo mag-iingat. Lalo kayo parang tawa-takot naman eh. Diba?
Malaki yung muna sa gitna.
Walang mawawala sa kanila. Kaya sobrang saya nila. Tapos tayo ganito. Para tayo talo na agad. Wala pa eh. Tayong level na.
Coach Regine Diego putting things into context, right? No? Why they're playing like this. Army is enjoying every point because they've got nothing to lose.
Exactly. And a crucial substitution on the side
Yep.
of F2, Elaine Casilag in for Aragalang. I think that's a good substitution because Aragalang hasn't been able to score the points when needed.
Yeah. Casilag.
Oh,
That's outside.
okay.
For
I changed my
Elaine Casilag.
comment. I changed my comment.
It's not a timeout. It's a block touch challenge by F2. Now, I didn't see anyone from Army trying to discourage F2 from challenging.
I'm not sure as well, but it looked like a flat hit, so we will see.
Challenge called by the cargo movers. A huge point on the line. If they don't get this, Army will stay at set point.
Wala, lamang sila. Diba? Tingnan natin kung kaya natin ito. Sagana lang to. Kailangan lang tumasa ng maayos. Patay isa. O, next. Ay, nasa-driver! F2!
All right, so let's correct that one. There wasn't any challenge given up. No, Nagkalituhan lang din on the part of F2. It was a timeout.
Yeah, but we did see the coaching staff
Yeah.
pull up a card.
Yeah.
So anyhow, set point dip for Army. Who would have thought after set number 1?
Ooh! And it ends with a service ace for the Lady Troopers as they steal a set away from the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Take a look at this one. Nene Bautista with full focus. And that drops. We are tied 1 set apiece. And set 3 coming right up.
Well, we appreciate your company here in the PVL, the heart of volleyball, this match against F2 and Army. And, you know, the first set was F2, 25-15, and you would think F2 would roll over Army, but no, Army just came roaring right back in set number 2, changed the composition of their starting 6, and that worked wonders, obviously, for Coach Valerina, everybody working well. The veterans leading the charge, but what about the youngsters in Malalu and Paran? No, working hard, and we are tied at 1 set apiece.
Lut Malaluan, just when Army needed to score crucial points, she delivered. And that last one, the service ace of Nene Bautista, seen in the highlights, got them the set 2 win and could just be a momentum booster for the Lady Troopers as we take a look at the numbers of what happened in set number 2. A much better showing for Army.
Yeah, look at the attacks. You know, I remember in set number 1, F2 out-attacked them by 10 points. Now they equalized that. Blocking went their way. Aces went their way. Obviously, the first pass of F2 struggling there. And then F2 still commits more errors. But as a whole, really, you like what you see with Army because it's a great mix between the young ones and the veterans. When we talk about veterans, let's talk about Bautista and Gonzalez, right?
Yeah.
And then you see the not-so-veterans in Tobino, then you see the younger ones. So it's a great mix. I think this is great chemistry with this starting 6.
And they will start off with a service here in the 3rd set. And we welcome you all to the coverage of the PVL 2023 All-Filipino Conference live on One Sports Plus. This is our first match of our Saturday doubleheader. Dip Yanko alongside Noringo calling this match. And of course, Rain Tixon, our courtside reporter, giving us the updates and reports for both teams.
Well, if you look at F2, you can see a different 6 here in set number 3. Aragalang, Elaine Casilag. And then you see Kim D. So the changes in the starters of F2.
Right, we've seen Ivy Laxina and Abby Maranyo play majority of the game so far. Pero let's see what Coach Reg is up to in this set. Scrambling for the ball, Tobino. That's outside. First point goes to F2.
Well, if you remember, set 2 started with a Tobino kill, so you want to take off from there. You don't want to be starting with unforced errors.
Was just a lot of lead changes in set number 2. Grabe yun.
That was actually a pretty good set.
Yep. Villarreal, the dive by Macandili. Here comes KKD, and that works.
But I like the way Coach Regine is, you know, I would say experimenting because she knows the strengths of her players, obviously, but it's the chemistry. It's putting them at a certain position at a certain time. That's going to matter, especially come Final Four.
Right. Tobino. This time, Makandili unable to save it.
A good effort, though. You know, Makandili has been, what, 100% in terms of effort in today's game, always.
Takes a lot for her to not get to the ball, right?
Yeah.
Villarreal will be the one to serve for Army.
Oh, great serve.
The tip does not drop. Casilag will approach. Gonzalez able to save it. Chance for F2. Fajardo.
Oh!
It goes to D, and she scores for F2. A chance for us to send this to Rain Tixon. Rain?
There were more smiles on the side of the Army Black Mamba Lady Troopers, especially in that second set and early on when they were leading by 5. And veteran spiker Royce Sabino told me earlier that being positive was a challenge, especially with their situation. However, she also told me that their goal beyond winning matches this season is giving fans a good game by matching up against their opponents, which is exactly what happened in the second set. Laban kung laban, kakayanin hanggang dulo. That's the mantra of the Fighting Lady Troopers. Rain?
Thank you, Rain, for that report. Well, we saw that in set number 2. It was evident. Even Coach Regine Diego pointed it out, right? Na nag-enjoy yung Army. And it just showed in how they played.
We saw the difference, really, of the demeanor of Army in the second set, and that made all the difference.
Look at him scrambling, saving all the balls. That one is out, though.
You can see the reaction of Nene Bautista. Obviously, she wants that back because it was a mishit on her part.
But now the challenge for them is how do they sustain that momentum coming from set 2, right? Can't be content with just one set win.
And they have to remember, they worked hard for that second set. They worked as a team, so obviously they can, you know, win a set. They're hoping for 2.
Combination play, sent back. This time it's Paran. And nobody there to cover. Nagkahiyaan.
Oh, great blocking on the side of Abby Marano. Look at this. Look at the way she just adjusted. Reading, you know, where the opponent or the tendency of going cross-court.
It will be Baron to serve 5-2. Gonzalez to Malaluan. A bit low, pero nagawa ng paraan.
She'll take it with the help of the net as the ball dribbles.
And there's so much confidence in Lut Malaluan right now, especially after set 2.
And she has to have the confidence, you know. You give her the confidence, she has the confidence, so give her touches.
And blocking. I like how we just looked at each other after that block point.
Because we know it's on cue.
Right, all of a sudden, Lut Malaluan coming off the bench now has 7 points.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't start that often. She doesn't play long minutes, but today she's making the difference.
Oh, when you need a point, you know who to go to for F2. As KKD heads to the service line.
Well, she ain't number 3 in the league for nothing. Look at the numbers there.
Yeah. 15 points already for KKD. Gonzalez backsets to Malaluan. That's picked up and saved. Great effort by Aragalang. Paran. That's still good. Let's see if F2 can take advantage. Ooh! Ang Malaluan is doing everything for the Lady Troopers.
Yeah, you know, call it luck to see the way the ball just rolled past one hand and went through. But the ball landed in between 2 players. That's why Marano and Makandili didn't know who's gonna get that.
Army just down by 1 point. Fajardo backsets to the running Marano. Tobino, pipe attack. Nothing there. It's back with Army. Ooh.
Oh,
Joust. And Maranyo gets the better of that.
what? You know what? That's just smart. Give it to Don Makatili to save that, but Abby Maranyo just playing it smart right there.
Even Gonzalez doing that move was smart.
Yeah.
Everyone was smart on that play.
Everyone's smart.
Paran. That just goes over Aragalang. Too high for her to reach.
Yeah, Audrey Paran targeting the high heads there. Again, we saw that in the first set, although they lost by a huge margin, by 10, I think. They were successful by hitting it off the blockers.
Pardo sends it to Casilag. Paran for the pickup. Gonzalez had to chase. Tobino with some hang time. It will be Casilag once again, and that drops.
Smart hit by Casilag, just targeting down the line.
And a technical timeout reached here. 8-6 is our score.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back here on One Sports Plus, and you're still catching the PVL 2023 All-Filipino Conference. As we take a look at the tweets of our fans here, Summer says, nakaka-happy makita si Aragalang sa court. We're enjoying her play as well. Parang kilala ko to At Sinjin Reyes, ito pala ang surprise ni Coach Regine Diego. Yung, siguro referring to the lineup of how she started this game. And of course, Rochelle says, so calm, Coach Randy. Kalmadong-kalmado nun. After the set 1 loss, they were down by 10. Set 2 bumawi agad. So you know that he knows what they need to do.
Well, you know, he also knows what to do. He's calm about it, and we are tied at 1 set apiece. That's very impressive for Coach Valerina.
So it's a 3-point lead for the Cargo Movers. Gonzalez sets up Tobino.
Dig.
Fajardo to Casilag.
You know, that's such a smart hit by Elaine Casilag. If you can read your blockers, you can see obviously there's a smaller blocker, you know, trying to get it through them or target Gonzalez, and she gets the point.
10 serving 6, but that's outside. And it's back down to a 3-point lead for the Cargo Movers.
Well, again, you know, if you're F2, we did say in set number 2, you have to be careful to give, you know, hope and life to Army, and they did show F2, we're gonna take it.
Yeah. But Baron able to get that one. They're not allowing Army to score a string of points anymore.
Yeah. That's a great connection. I mean, that's, you know, it's like how many years ago when they were still wearing green and white, we saw a lot of that.
It transitioned into yellow.
It transitioned into yellow and white, and a little bit of red.
Tobino waiting for that right timing. Fajardo upset to Casilag. And there's a net violation on the side of Army. And Esguerra checks in for Jeanette Villarreal.
I like that set by Kim Fajardo because she knows that Elaine Casilag has a hot hands right now. So yeah, you want to milk her when she's in front.
Tobino answers right back.
You like the challenge, huh? Being put up by Army. It's not like some games you see that, you know, that they're like, yeah, but now, even though they're down, they're scoring points, fighting it out. You know, it's a good sign for the Lady Troopers.
Fajardo goes to KKD. Getting that one to drop.
And you did say earlier that if you need a point, Kim Kiana D is more than willing to deliver.
She had 23 points in the game against Chocomucho. Right now, KKD has 16.
Already.
We're only on set number 3.
Yeah.
There's going to be a set 4 left. But look at Royce Tobino really battling here. Siya yung sumasagot for RB eh.
And you know that she has that.
Yeah.
You know, she has that. She's a mature player. She can read the opponent's defense. She's just showing us here. I can drop it. Where are you, Don Macandili?
I'm sure she saw the stat sheet last game and said, you know what, 7 points.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen again.
No way.
F2 this time gets a point from Aragalang, who's trying to bounce back after that set 2 performance where she couldn't really get the points in, right?
Yeah. We can see again in that slow-mo, it's not about power. She's just directing it to where she wants to.
Fajardo goes to Maranyo.
And the pose, strike pose.
Strike a pose after that point for Abby Maranyo. Slaying here in set number 3. And a timeout called by the Lady Troopers.
Nawawala na naman tayo. Kung magkano kaganda kinaro ng seconds, nawala naman tayo. Pumalo ka ng matibay. Ha? Hindi pwede na parang ino-overall mo lang eh. Baliw mo lang malakas. Palabas, isang palong pa ganun, isang palong pa ganun. Kung may block, mas tayo mag-checkpoint tayo. Ha? Ngayon. Pero may pasa tayo, kailangan atake, kailangan natin, atake.
Lagayin lang natin, let's go.
Kaya pa.
Eh, block na ba?
Timeout called by Coach Randy Falorina. F2 just a point away from sending it to the second technical timeout. And this lead slowly increasing for the Cargo Movers.
Net violation on the side of Abby Miranda there, and look at who was at the attacking end.
And it's the right idea to go to Lut Malaluan as well.
Exactly.
Nene Bautista had that service ace to get them the set 2 win. And she's now on deck to serve. 4 aces already for her.
Wow.
Here comes Galang. Too long. And out.
Are they going to challenge?
Ball in, ball out, says F2's coaching staff. Let's see. I don't know if any player actually called for it, but from the angle, I guess, of the coaches, they wanted to see.
Yeah. But from our angle, it looked long. But again,
yeah,
that's why the challenge is there to verify our suspicions or not.
15-10 is our score. Let's see if the attack was inside. It's out. So it's a point for the Lady Troopers. One challenge gone for the Cargo Movers.
Well, if you're Army, you are just down by 4 here.
Fajardo upset to D. And KKD delivers. and sends us to the second technical timeout. F2 up by 5, 16-11.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back inside the Phil Oil, Eco Oil Arena in San Juan, the crowd, the fans have come here on a Saturday to enjoy volleyball action. Later on, we still have PLDT versus Signal. Signal also out of contention for the semifinals, but PLDT, same situation as I believe F2
Yeah.
na nagkahanap ng panalo to be able to get to the semifinals.
Same situation, same implications.
Right.
And if you're like PLDT and F2, of course you want to beat the teams that are part of the lower tier of the standing.
Yeah. Fajardo getting that point for F2.
I look at Coach Randy Ballerina. He was kind of reactive that that could be an overreach. It could be. Right?
Had the point.
Yeah. Look at that ball was in the airspace of Army.
Okay, KD was not ready for that. Manaluan, though, is always ready.
She is in the zone today talking about the Guardia Malaluan.
Parang gusto ko palitan itong malalaan. Yung lala ng performance niya today in the ring.
Pwede.
Off the bench, Lut Malaluan, total of 9 points. 3 kill blocks for her.
Yeah, she's doing it both in offense and defense.
That's too long for Royce Tubino, that push.
Good decision there by Casilag to let it go. I thought they were going to attempt to keep it in play.
Galang serving. It's now with F2. KKD from the back row. Saved by Bautista. Esguera gets the point.
So you like the way Gonzalez is mixing things up, you know, going to the middle, going to the outside hitter. So you see just one blocker, just a one-on-one. Esguera getting that angle.
Still a 5-point lead for the cargo movers. Paran with the serve. Fajardo chooses Casilag. Gonzalez goes to Tubino. Royce. And again scores.
You can see the frustration of Macandili pushing our A-boards.
Lead is cut down to 4 points. Paran with the serve. Over-received, but Tubino unable to take advantage. Casilag ulit. Paran was there. Royce, down it goes for Royce Tubino.
That was a beauty, you know, because Tubino was far from the net. It's enough power, enough top spin to hit that deep, deep down the line.
4 straight points, I believe, for the Lady Troopers.
Just a 3-point game. And a good serve.
Fardo.
Oh!
That drops. And the Army cutting the lead down to 2. Check this out once again. The attack by Maranyo sent back by Esguera. 1, 2, 3, it's down. Timeout called by Coach Eugene Diego.
Let's go!
Bakit yung binibigay? Gusto naman. F2! Walang pila.
It's a 2-point lead right now by the Cargo Movers. The pressure is on.
The pressure is indeed on.
And what's dangerous is Army already knows what it takes also to get a set win because they did it in set number 2.
And you like the way they're just putting pressure on F2 right now. And they're another point for Army.
Service ace, courtesy of Audrey Paran.
And you know, I'm sure Army they have scouted F2. They know F2 is also capable of losing in straight sets. So they have weaknesses that even though they're down, I mean, they lost the first set, you know, they can exploit.
Gonzalez goes to Esguerra. Fajardo to Casilag. Army with a chance to tie this one up. Topino. Not just yet. Kiana D. No. Royce again. Yes! And we are tied at 18 all.
Again, at the start of this match, you would think that F2 had complete control of this third set, but Army again roaring back here.
5-0 run for the Lady Troopers. Crazy happenings here in set number 3. And just when you thought F2 was able to fully recover, Army comes running back. Fajardo with a 1-2. Army for the lead.
Oh, good dig.
Casilag tries one up.
Oh!
Battle at the net. It's kept alive. It's on the side of the green shirts. Now with F2. The tip.
Oh! Good cover. Good cover.
Topino, does she have enough gas? Casilag again. The save by Agno. Royce. No. No. Woo! What a rally for both teams.
You know, we always say after a rally like that, it's so sad that only one team can get a point. How we want to give Army a point as well.
I'm concerned for everyone here in the arena if nakakahinga sila pag mga ganung rally. Everyone's just waiting.
Look at Honey Royce Tobino, huffing and puffing.
Even Anes Guerra gasping for air. KKD from the back. Gonzalez with a 1-2. Fajardo sends it over. Army with another chance to tie this one up. Royce!
You know, I think that's fatigue setting in after that really long rally.
Nakakaubos yun.
Oh, yeah. And it happens to the best of them. I mean, Honey Royce Sabino.
20 serving 18. Gonzalez to Esguerra. Baron with the block.
And the stare down. Classic Majoy Baron for you.
Welcome to the Baron block party. Not in my house. And a timeout called by the Lady Troopers.
Kaya. Matilis ka dito. Sayang yung kanina. Kasi alis na lang to. Nagsayang eh. Pagkatulong ka na lang. Kasi dalawa. Isa-spike ka na lang.
Let's go. Han. Kailangan ka dito ngayon. Nasa crucial na tayo. Kailangan pumalo ka. Pag may mapalo, second. Pag alam mo isa kasi yung sunod. Bigyan mo to sa likod. Saita ka lang, ha? Let's go. Tatlo lang yan. Skate yung lumayos. Let's go. Kapit.
Hey, yan ka ba? Harvey.
21 yan, 21.
We were tied at 18, then all of a sudden a burst for F2. getting to the 21st point mark.
Well, give credit to the blocking. I mean, that was a huge block by Majoy Baron there.
Let's see if Army can answer or respond from that timeout. F2 again will attack. Casilag.
Oh!
Down it goes for Elaine Casilag.
Well, you like that. Again, you have to read your blockers, and Elaine Casilag acknowledging what is right in front of her and going down the line. Oh, and a serve.
Ooh! Wow! You know, it's those types of plays that you least expect that will turn into a point, diba? Seems so easy.
And you know, that's really the experience of Sarah Jane Gonzalez for you. You never know. She's so unpredictable.
Right.
And she does it. She's not afraid to take risks.
KKD the push. Free ball. Fajardo targets Casilag again. Agno was there to pop it up. Tobino looking for that point. Elaine. Tobino again. And finally, it works for Royce Tobino.
You know, that was just pure determination and passion for you. If you look at Tobino, the color of her face, she hasn't recovered from that long rally, but she went for that.
Oh, she's giving her all right now.
She's giving her all, indeed.
20 serving 22. Fajardo sets up Baron. Royce again goes up. Macandili was there. Casilag. That drops right in.
Boy, what confidence Kim Fajardo has with Casilag. Crucial moments. And why not? She has been delivering.
3-point lead, 23-20.
Oh, good serve.
Esquera sends that wide. And this is the time where coaches, teams will just really throw everything they've got, including the challenges.
And hoping against hope that the challenge will be successful.
This has been crazy, Nari, in this match. If you look at it on paper alone, you'd think 0-6 Army will not stand a chance, right? Against F2, who's hungry to get the semis spot. But we are being treated to a show.
But you know, I think we presented it well in the pregame when we said that Army will want to play spoiler's role because they really are playing for pride. And they're just, you said it, they're treating us to a wonderful match.
Set point for F2. And it ends with an emphatic block by the Casilag and Baron duo at the net.
Well, it has been Casilag leading the charge here.
F2 gets set number 3, and we will be back for set number 4 in just a bit. We needed that breather after a thrilling set number 3. And we will be discussing what happened, see the highlights in just a bit. But right now, F2 ahead, 2-1 over Army. Noreen, let's discuss what happened there. What did F2 do correctly at the last part to actually pull away from Army?
No, I think really, it was a good set. The set 3 was close to a certain point. But then I think really F2 took the strength out of Army with these long rallies, like extending the rallies, keeping the ball alive, and we saw a lot of tired hits on the side of Army. But because for Army, it's also emotion. It's the emotional challenge that they're presenting F2 Logistics. We'll talk about that a little more later, but let's look at the numbers. Look at the attack, 17 to 11 blocks. Even everything else pretty close. It's the attacks of F2. We saw that, especially towards the latter part when they pulled away. Kim Fajardo activating Elaine Casilag. A lot of Elaine Casilag finding the hot hands there at the end of the third set and going there, and why not? We saw Majoy Baron with those crucial blocks. So as a whole, F2 just showed poise at the end of the third set.
Right, F2 getting the job done in set number 3. But really, you like the fight from Army, just giving everything they've got. Royce Tubino, Lut Malaluan, even their liberos diving for the balls. And you can tell that they're confident.
Yeah.
They're not phased right now.
To say the least. The way they're playing today, talking about Army.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think they're at 0-6. I mean, we have to say that. The way they're playing, it's like they're contending for the Final Four.
Set 4 about to begin here inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Arena in San Juan, and you're catching us live on One Sports Plus on Signal Play and Smart Live Stream. Dip Yanko alongside the Reed Go calling this match, with Rain Tixon and giving us the reports and updates from the sidelines.
Well, Coach Regine Diego obviously staying with that 6 that won them the third set, meaning Elaine Casilag.
If I were the fans, just don't set any expectations anymore for this set, because paiba-iba eh. From set 1 to 3. There's no pattern.
Well, if there's one thing we know about the Army Black Mamba Lady Troopers, that, again, a lot of heritage, volleyball heritage with a lot of the veterans, so that it's pride really. And when pride's at stake, they may go on to lose the match, but they will not just hand it out on the silver platter.
Right. So Kim Fajardo getting that ace for F2 brings them to 2 points. Quick 2-0 start for the Cargo Movers. And another one.
Reminiscent of Kim Fajardo's serves when she was still playing with LaSalle. I mean, the clearance with the net was so little. You'd think it would hit the net, but no, that was an ace serve.
Better receive this time. There was a miscommunication on who will get it over. And obviously, KKD will take advantage. Defense of Army in disarray after that bobble play. And an early timeout call by Coach Randy Padorina.
Kailangan natin makabawi agad. Pasa kailangan ng matake tayo, pasa lang kailangan. Kung pasa, attack tayo, cover tayo. Huwag kayo bumitaw. Kunti naman. Laban tayo, laban.
Okay, sabi na lang agad. Isa ulit. Black Mamba! Army!
4 quick points for the Cargo Movers. Kim Fajardo has been serving extremely well. Or she has been serving, period.
She has been serving. I mean, strong start by F2 Logistics here in the 4th set.
Let's see what they can do here. Fajardo with a tough set. Tubino. The dive by Fajardo keeps the ball alive. Another one.
Oh!
And the block by Casilag. Finally, a Malaluan stopper.
You like this matchup, the Casilag Malaluan matchup, because both players coming off the bench, both players providing huge quality minutes and points. Another good one, another good one!
Kim Fajardo has found the hacks in service here in set number 4.
Do it yourself.
(6-0). This time a better receive from Agno. And the first point for Army here in set number 4.
Well, it's a start. If we know Army, especially in this match, you know, you may start out strong, but they can string up a couple of points.
Fajardo sets up Casilag. Malaluan, the high ball. Kim to Baron. It's still with F2. KKD.
Oh.
Bautista.
Oh!
That's happened twice now in this set for Army.
No, you can see that extra if we'll see it in slow-mo, you'll see the extra motion of Malaluan. That little motion made Gonzalez think that you're gonna get it, so she backed off.
Yeah. Seven serving one. Bautista. That's outside. But players are saying it was in. Or there was a block touch.
Ball in or out.
Pati si Joan Bunag lito-lito na sa mga nangyayari. So block touch.
Look at the reaction of Nene Bautista.
I think the players want that ball in, ball out.
Well, the first challenge, I think, is the one they're going to uphold.
Touch move.
Well, let's just hope, I mean, for the sake of Army, it is somebody got a hand at that.
We'll see though in just a bit.
Can we ask them to play the replay long enough to see the ball in?
Para lang alam natin, no? 2-in-1 challenge.
Oh.
Oh, let's see. The Army right now is behind by 6 points. So definitely there was no block touch, right?
Yeah.
But the question is what happens after that? Because that's what the players wanted to see. Oh, I can see Royce Tobino pointing to Joan Bunag. I can see you. You better see it. But first, let's go to this technical timeout.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to the PVL. Coach Reg Diego was giving stern reminders to F2 Logistics cargo movers and spikers, to which F2 responded with 17 attack points in set number 3. She told her spikers to attack with intention, giving Army heavy hits. In their timeout late in the third, Coach Reg asked the girls, bakit nyo binibigay? Saying nagpapahabol sila sa Army. The cargo movers responded with that long rally that put F2 Logistics up 19 and 18 and eventually sparked a 4-0 run. So let's return back to our action as F2 leads 2-1 in our first game on the Saturday doubleheader. Dipanarine.
Thank you, Rain, for that report. Well, F2 just turned the Jets on right away in set number 3. They felt like Army was making a huge run and then got that 5-point set win. A rocket of a spike for KKD.
Oh, look at this formation, offensive formation of F2. How Baron and Kim D was spread out.
Yeah.
So the middle blocker was like, okay, how am I going to do this? And then that's it.
That was the 20th point for Kim Kiana D.
Oh, wow.
Back-to-back 20-point games for her. And she goes for another one. But Army gets a check. Galang. Gonzalez back sets Bautista. It's still good. Galang again.
Oh, there you go. There you go for the Galang fans. You have to be happy that looked like Galang going down the line, facing one way, hitting the other way.
10 serving 2 here in set number 4. Majoy Baron with 8 points. Now serving. Gonzalez to Villarreal. Fajardo back sets. Here comes Bautista. Sent back. Nunag tosses it to the other side. Third try. Wala pa rin. And it's Maraño getting the block point.
Yeah, and then that sequence, really, it was all defense. It was all blocking. And Maraño wins the one-on-one.
Maraño was saying it's almost closing time, almost 6 p.m.
Yeah, I got somewhere I gotta be.
Fajardo. That is short for Casilag, 4 touches.
Challenge.
Well, see, that's where Army's just getting the points from the errors of F2.
So 3 errors? 3 errors?
They have to be able to at least get something going also on their offensive end, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was a strong start, obviously, for F2. You know, sparked by Kim Fajardo's great serving, but Army's got to bounce back here.
Abby Maraño is feeling it here in set number 4.
You can see her enjoying herself.
She joins the double-digit scoring output with 10 points on 6 attacks, 3 blocks, and 1 ace.
Yeah, much to the delight of Galang, and that celebration after that was a great be quick. Oh.
Service was short for KKD. But they can afford to get those mistakes, but not too much because we've seen how Army has really climbed their way back.
Yeah, I mean, again, we always have to say you can never count Army out.
From the back row, Gonzalez to Tobino. The dive by Macandili. And the competitiveness of F2 really wanting to save that ball. No?
Yeah.
You can hear Don Macandili.
Block. They blocked the pass of Kim Fajardo.
Gonzalez to Paran. Audrey. Casilag pops it up. Fajardo goes to Maraño. The tip.
Read well. That was, I think, who was that? Esguerra.
That is back-to-back points now for the Lady Troopers. Good serve. Kennedy. Still nothing from the back row. Here comes Bautista. Fajardo chooses Galang. And Galang
Oh, good
unable
save.
to get that one. Gonzalez. Maraño again. It's back with Army. Royce is rejected.
Boy, Abby Maraño is feeling it here in the fourth set.
Look at her go.
Beast mode.
Aragalang serving 13-6 here in set number 4. That is too close to the net. And an easy point for F2.
Well, you gotta credit really the serve of Aragalang. You know, that created that opportunity for the overpass of Army.
Subs coming in for Coach Falorina, Marzan. Ivy Perez, we haven't seen her in quite a while for the Lady Troopers as the setter.
Yeah, credit to Gonzalez. I mean, she was instrumental in that
Correct.
second set win.
14 serving 6 here in set 4. Perez to Royce. Fajardo to Maranyo. Paran. This time it sails out, talking about the block.
That's a better angle, better challenge for the blockers, not just feeding it to them, for them to get that stuff blocked. Look at that, look at the follow through of Paran.
Right, I was gonna say Paran just unleashing all her power at that spike. Now is the time to do so as they are trailing by 7 points. Fardo. A bit off time pa nga, no? She had to jump twice. Or delay a bit.
Yeah, and that made all the difference. Everything obviously working for F2 here. You saw the blockers on their way down.
It's like the gate suddenly opened for Abby Maranyo. Right now, it's a commanding lead for F2. What is it with the Army side that's not working compared to the past 2 sets where they were able to pull off comebacks, mini runs?
Yeah, obviously here in the fourth set, they're unable to have those blocks, you know, those stops, defensive stops that we saw in set number 2. But you also have to give it to F2. They're serving well, they're blocking well. So these are the points that's working for them.
And attacking well as KKD sends us to the second technical timeout.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Arena in San Juan. And the score line right now, F2 ahead by 8 points, 16-8 for the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers.
There.
Fajardo, remember when she was at the service line?
Yeah, she really made life difficult for Army.
She tosses it to Casilag. Coverage was there. KKD's turn. No one behind Malaluan to cover. She actually could have gotten it, but obviously the ball was lost.
Yeah, you know, because Kim D sold it so well, she looked like she was going for a really strong attack. Then she took some pace off of that. So when it hit the blockers, even the defenders in the back were mistimed.
21 points for KKD. For Kim Fajardo, she's got 4 service aces. 3 in this set.
Well, she started this F2 rampage.
So Fajardo just waiting to serve. They have a 10-point lead. biggest lead here in set number 4. Not giving the slightest opening to Army. And Malaluan easily dumps that one. Army, after this, will have a remaining game. They will play Signal on March 16.
That's another one to watch,
Yeah.
actually.
Gonzalez to Malaluan. And Baron again blocks that one.
But she's so comfortable with those one-on-ones, outstretched arms. It's like no way that her opponents, in that play, Malaluan, will get that through because Malaluan just hit it to the blocker.
Shola Alvarez sees action for the first time. 19 serving 9. Bautista. Malaluan with a violation.
Oh, adding to the woes of Army, Black Mamba, Lady Energy Drink, Lady Troopers.
Timeout called by the Lady Troopers as we listen in.
Kahit hindi kami natin 15 lang, oh. 15 lang. Ilapit natin konti. Score.
Angat na lang ang score.
Konti pa, ha?
Doon, sige lang. Bawin pa. Yung ilalim naman. Yung ilalim naman.
Paano ba natin, ha? Okay. Hindi pa tapos yan.
Yung ilalim naman doon, ha?
Score.
Bawin. Isa lang. Paano na tayo siya? Angat tayo.
Paano na mayos.
It's a mountain to climb for the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers for F2. They only need 5 points to win this match and to finally get that sigh of relief because they can enter the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, it's an all-important win for F2, really, but it wasn't an easy road. F2, Army just really challenging them here.
It wasn't easy at all.
Yeah.
I mean, F2, this set number 4 is probably the biggest lead they've had, but it doesn't speak entirely of how the game was played by the Lady Troopers.
That's true. That's true. I mean, you like the way they challenge, really. I mean, that's the most you can ask from them because, again, they have no pressure, nothing's at stake, 0-6. They just want to go out with a bang.
Tolenada checks in. Elaine Casilag will serve.
Wow, what a serve.
Gonzalez back sets Tubino. Here comes Alvarez.
Oh,
Saved by Agno. Alvarez also with a save, but Malaluan. Ooh. That's the story here in set number 4 for Army. Gimmies like that didn't even work anymore.
yeah. If I read her lips correctly, it's like, ayoko na. No, I mean, you have to give it. She played a great game, a little errors here in the 4th set, but what a great second set she played.
That's outside for Casilag.
Even the liberos changing of the guards here. Wu in for
CJ Sakawu
yeah.
coming in for Don Macandili, who has played excellent defense all throughout, diving for every loose ball.
Oh!
That's an ace for the Lady Troopers.
They'll take it. That was Francisco, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dribbles across the net.
Dean Francisco getting that one to drop. Alvarez.
Oh,
And that's enough for a point for Shola Alvarez.
you know she was gonna get the set. You know, that's how you play as teammates. people come off the bench, you give them their moment to shine.
Jesma Ramos also will see action for the first time. Coach Reg rewarding some of the players with playing time. Why not? Because this is their last game in the elimination round.
Yeah, and if you look at the score, it's a pretty commanding 12-point game. 23 already after logistics. So yeah, it's a perfect time to get bench people their playing time.
Baron will serve 23-11. Not the best receive. It will be a free ball. Let's see who Ayers will go to. Ramos. Gonzalez was there for the pickup. Tobino, the push.
I told you, they're going to get the sets. Don Macandili was sitting on a chair.
That's not allowed.
Stand up.
I know you've been diving all throughout the day, but...
She's tired.
Sent back. Ramos gives up a free ball. Almost. Oh, it is a point for Jesma Ramos.
Has everyone scored? Has everyone scored for F2?
That is the point that sends them to match point.
I wouldn't be surprised if the ball comes to the side of F2 and Iris Tolenada tries to get a point for herself.
I think you're right about that, Marina. I can see that happening.
Oh! No, but you know that Iris Tolenada gets more opportunities to play.
Yeah.
She's gonna probably give it to either Jesma Ramos or Shola Alvarez.
Let's see.
Oh, they're the ones in front, so yeah.
Here's Iris, tosses it. Alvarez, not yet. Gonzalez to Paran. Block! And it ends. F2 wins it in 4 sets.
Oh, much to the delight of the coaching staff, they love their substitutions.
And with that win of the Cargo Movers, they will secure a spot in the semifinals of the PVL 2023 All-Filipino Conference. Lots of celebrations are about to happening here right now for the Cargo Movers. We will be back to wrap this one up in just a bit here on One Sports Plus. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Arena, we just finished this matchup between the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers and the Army Black Mamba Energy Drink Lady Troopers. It ended in 4 sets. And right now, we have our player of the game together with Rain Tixon. Rain?
Yes, we have a familiar face as our player of the game. Of course, Kim Kiana D. First of all, congratulations on clinching a semifinal spot. You've been posing MVP numbers all throughout the conference. How do you stay so consistent?
The competition is getting closer to semis, so
it's now or never. So I just want to help the team and give what I can.
Of course, you booked a semifinals ticket and you're returning with the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. What's the mindset as you return to the playoffs?
Well, we're very happy because it's our first time in the semis for the PVL. So we still have to work hard and bakbakan na sa semis.
Bakbakan sa semis. Now, do you have any message to your fans watching at home and here in our arena today?
I just want to say hi to the F2 Logistics fans. Thank you so much for watching every game. And please continue watching us. And I want to say also hi to my family. Hi to Coach Ramil. Hi to Dwight. And that's it.
Right. Thank you, Kiana. That was our player of the game.
Back-to-back POGs for Kim, Kiana D. As we take a look at the final numbers of this match, Noreen, what really stood out for you based on the stats?
Well, obviously, the attack department, you can see 61 dominating, 61 to 37, even the blocking. Again, the errors, F2 Logistics, but then it's really the attacks, how Kim Fajardo's able to get everyone involved. And the reliable factor was always Kim Kiana D.
Right, she did the damage, she did her part, back-to-back 20-point performances for Kim Kiana D. And the win, all-important win for F2 to get to the semifinals. Bakbakan na nga, sabi niya. And up next,